Yes, it's me, TONIK TZW, and yes, I'm back with the Khabarovsk because I've just uploaded a video and put it online, which was just called Stonked, and I had so much fun in that game yesterday, I decided to take it out again as my first game of the day. So this one is Stonked version 2.0. We're here on North, it's domination, three destroyers, one cruiser. I think it's one cruiser and a lot of battleships. This is the kind of match that is truly in the favor of the Khabarovsk, and we are indeed going to give version 2.0 of a stonking to Red Team. And as you saw from the splash screen, we did pick up a couple of medals along the way as well, and it was fun working for this one. Now, the cruiser that's behind me, which I think is the Aegir, he sort of comes in. He does say he's going to support me, but then he kind of turns away a little bit. And I imagine that he's worried, being a tier 8, that there's some hard-hitting legendary battleships out there on the map. And then I also see that the Jutland, who's a Liverpudlian. That means he comes from Liverpool, not that he lives in puddles. Yeah, I know one friend who will appreciate that joke. Um, Sorry, laughing to myself about my own jokes. But yeah, he kind of comes away from B cap, and I'm like, oh no, don't abandon B. But he's going to pull an absolute solid on this one and come across this cap to support. Now, the Schroders out there, the Navarans out there, that's two big sets of secondaries, but with a 14-kilometer range on these guns. We are going to be able to light fires at them while staying outside of their secondary range and just make it feel uncomfortable for them on that capture point. But knowing that they've both fired the guns, we've got a cruiser out there who can also spot them. It's going to give me the opportunity to be a dope in a smoke. Yep, you see me doing it again, early game, sitting in a smoke screen like an absolute idiot. But we're trying to stay as skinny as possible, because if there are torpedoes going to come in, they're likely to come from that corner where the Navaran is now. Lots of destroyers like to sit in that corner because you can't be seen. They can torpedo out across here. Oh, well, say the Schroeder has decided he's going to come into a capture point, and we are going to punish him for it. Now imagine, I don't look across, but the Jutland must be in his smoke screen, and as there's a smoke screen gone up there, there's a destroyer, but there we go. Ketsonus appears in the cap as well. So looking at the angle of him, he is also going to be firing torpedoes somewhere. Hopefully the Jutland is running his sonar. I dip out of my smoke screen momentarily, but the Schroeder decides he wants to push back in and have another crack. But every hit point off that Ketsonus is going to count for us. We can't get on him anymore, but we are going to get onto the Schroeder. Right, there's the torpedoes from the Ketsonus, so we're feeling relatively safe from torpedoes. We've not got long left on this smoke screen, and you'll notice that on this occasion, because I've got a broadside cruiser, I have switched to armor piercing, and no sooner do I switch to armor piercing, obviously he damage controls his fires. But I just wanted to see what these guns did at this range, and if I can get the shots to actually land on the ship, then they might make a bit of a difference. But switching back to HE, torpedoes are running on them. The Schroeder is more interested in the cruiser behind me, or rather off my bow now that I'm facing backwards, than me. And knowing the Ketsonus is out there, I'm going to come away from him and just to keep the fire on this Schroeder for now. He's still focused on the cruiser. He doesn't realize that it is me doing absolutely all the damage to him. He is getting absolutely chonked. And then the Navaran, who was burning as he disappeared behind the island, starts coming around through the middle, and I'm like, okay, he's low health. A couple of fires on him should put him out, but he's pushed straight into the majority of blue team, who've got both sides of that cap covered. And who says it? I think it was T-Bull used to say it. Egon. Yeah, I haven't seen T-Bull in a long time. I thought he might still play the game casually. But having fought this cap, we are now going to push in and take it because all of our big ships are there. Yeah, a typical legendary game. They've all pulled back a bit. Let the destroyers and the cruisers go in and take all the fire and take the capture points. Red have got the advantage on caps. We've got a slight advantage on points, but we're going to need to start flipping these caps and killing ships. Flipping and killing. And oh, look, a full health Yamato. Oh, I got that warm feeling in my pants again. And I'm just thinking that I should have perhaps gone to the bathroom before I sat down to record this audio, because it might not be a warm feeling that all you lot are thinking. But we're going to start blind firing. We can see that we're spotted, which means the Kitsonis is still out here somewhere. But he did take a fair chunk of damage before he disappeared. And this poor little Yamato is going to feel the wrath of the Khabarovsk. We are going to get fires on him. There's torpedoes running at him from the Jutland. And as I said, this Jutland played a solid game pushing in. I don't care if he pops a smoke screen there because I'm detected from the moon, basically. And I can just keep this guy spotted. Torpedoes are running in. He's going to take a couple of them. I think he might actually get the kill here. Yes, he does. I get a kill assist. Just under 70,000 damage, so not a big damage game yet. But we've managed to take care of a cruiser. We've hit a destroyer so hard he's decided to run away. The battleship we burned down. Oh, look, there's the DD, and RNG is going to shaft me again with these floaty shells on this guy. But he's got guns going at him from every single direction. I can't remember if he gets killed here, but let's keep pushing, shall we? There's the torpedoes, not coming in my direction. I don't think those hit particularly hard, but let's see what we can do here. Get all 4 turrets on. And one of the things I didn't realize in heading down this side of the map is there's actually a Shimakaze on our left in the middle, which, yeah, there he is. We're going to switch fire to him. We could have stayed focused on the Kitsonis there, but what we want to do is let everybody know that they're spotted and that we are looking at them. We're going to land some shots on that Shima. We get a kill assist on the Kitsonis. That could have potentially been another one, but I don't care. It's guns off the map. He was being focused from multiple directions. Look, Conqueror, another pretty much full health legendary battleship. We land a fire on the Shimakaze. That's good. We quickly check our damage score, and that is ticking, which means that Shimakaze is burning. And there he is. Oh, switch fire. He is burning. He's nosing against the rock. He's backing up. He's shooting at me, but where is he firing his torpedoes? And it was at this time that I was thinking, has the destroyer got his sonar running, the Jutland? And this main here has decided to run away. I'm going to keep moving and push towards the main because I want to try and focus on the main and the Conqueror, but also be aware of where the destroyer is so that I can turn and put some fire on him too and assist if I need to. Here we go. Shots out. Torpedoes are running on him as well. The Jutland's in, and I think the Jutland got the kill there with a torpedo. Just to show that single fires are sometimes better than a wall of skill. Main is going to turn. Who's he going to shoot at? Is it going to be me? Is it going to be the cruiser behind us, the Aegir? I don't know, but I'm getting ready for a turn. I'm trying to bait him, and this is something I do quite a lot. I'll show quite a bit of broadside, try and get them to bait and fire at me, and that saves them putting a salvo at someone else. There's a ram takes that place there. Didn't see where that was on the mini-map, but I'm guessing it must be across there on Charlie Cap. Main's fired his guns. That's going to keep him spotted if he wasn't spotted by another ship because he's in smoke penalty firing range. We pick up the Witherer for 60,000 fire damage. We're onto the AP again. The fires are ticking and he goes out to the fire. I am having so much fun at this moment in time. You can probably tell I'm a bit more upbeat than the other video because I was so happy to literally pull a last game yesterday in the Cabba and have such a good game of it, and then to play it for my first game of today and again have such a good game of it. But as I said in the first video, it's not a destroyer, it is a cruiser. So if you see a cabber, don't expect them to be pushing capture points. Don't expect them exactly always to be running down something like a Z52 or a Shimakaze. You know, it has got its limitations. It's got a lot of hit points, but it lacks a lot of the consumables that other ships have, like long range sonar, um, short smoke, single fire torps. The torps on this are absolutely awful, to be honest. And the last thing I want to do early game is run into a Shimakaze at 40 something knots, knowing I've only got 6 kilometer torpedoes and he's got 15, and I'm not the most agile destroyer on the map. I get called for help across there. And I'm like, yep, but knowing that the Z52 was last spotted across there, we potentially could lose 2 battleships. So with the other 2 guys here, we've come all the way around from ACAP together. We are the 3 stooges on this one, Larry, Curly, and Mo. We are going to sail into this capture point and take it, just to make sure that even if those 2 battleships do go out and that Z52 hunts them down, that we've got the capture points. We can then split our destroyers between the caps and we can secure a win on points. So that's another thing to remember, guys. Always pay attention to what's going on the map. Look at the points. Look at where ships are or where they were, and understand what it is that you still need to do to win the game. I gave those guys the acknowledgement that I was going to come across there. Oh, but look, the Z52 has appeared. I'm going to start blind firing. I've only got AP loaded. I've slammed it into reverse because I want to get this guy off the map and end the game. I've got AP loaded. I can't really see where he is because of all the splashes. And the annoying thing about switching from AP to HE is, as fast as my reload is currently, it does take a little bit longer to switch shell types. But here we go. He's going to get the blessing of RNG in that we're going to wash his decks. But as the shells keep going in, we pick up a Confederate that's at least 20% health off 6 ships. We're adjusting our aim. Those ones are looking sweet, and they're going to drop through the top to give us kill number 3. An absolutely fabulous game. I love that one. 113k damage, not quite as high as the game I posted earlier today. We get 3 kills. I think that's a couple of assists there as well. 2800 base XP. The Jutland, You'll Never Walk Alone fleet. Absolutely marvelous job. Brilliant. Well done. And to the cruiser, the Aegea, that supported us pushing through that cap. That was an amazing way to play it, and I really appreciate that we had such an excellent team there pushing through. So I hope you've enjoyed Stonked version 2.0. Let me know which of the 2 Stonked videos was the better in your opinion. And as always, smash like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave me a comment, and until next time, take care and goodbye.